Welcome back to Miss Letter's Calculation Station. This is the Chapter 8 Quiz Review, Part 2, Number 5. So we're doing a rectangular room. I don't know about you, but anytime we deal with a shape, I do like to draw it. So I'm going to do a three-dimensional rectangle and label it. It's just going to help me determine. I always start with the height. The easiest one for me to actually see when I draw these. And then we've got the 13 and the 16. So when we're doing walls, it's going to be length times width. So we have 16 times 9 and 13 times 9. And then the ceiling is the same as the floor. And it looks like we are painting two walls, two short walls, two long walls, one ceiling, and that we're going to do 2 coats of paint on the short, 2 coats of paint on the long, and 1 coat on the ceiling. So that's where we got those numbers from. So I'm just going to put that into my calculator. Oh, it's a little big. Let's see if we can make that a little smaller. There we go. And we have 16 times 9. I'm going to put these in parentheses so you don't think that they are dots. Times 9 times 2 times 2. So we are looking at 576 square feet. 13 times 9 times 2 times 2. We have 468 square feet. And 16 times 13 times 1 times 1 gives me 208 square feet with a total of 576 plus 468 plus 208 gives me 1,252 square feet that we do need to paint. Now, each gallon is going to cover 250 square feet. So we are looking at 5.008. Not sure about you, but I'm kind of cheap, so I'm only going to do 5 gallons of paint. And each of them are $25. Yikes. So that's going to cost $125 times 1.085. And with tax, $135.63. Make sure that you are rounding to the nearest penny. Okay, Juan's bedroom. So we're looking at BTUs. I always look for those keywords. This is just while over 60, I believe. I'm going to check my notes and make sure that's what we have here. And yes, we do have the while over 60, so we're just going to multiply all the numbers, divide by 60. So I have 15 times 10 times 16 times 10 times 17. How nice is that? They gave us all the numbers, so I'm just going to put it right in the calculator. 15 times 10 times 16 times 10 times 17. Always press enter before I do the division. I know it didn't make a big deal here, but I just have a habit. Remember, it's always to the next thousand. So we are going to get a 7,000 BTUs. Number 7, Victoria's finishing her gazebo. We have a hexagon. What's the area? I'm going to look that up as well. Area is going to be 1/2 the apothem times the perimeter. So we have area is 1/2 the apothem times the perimeter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the perimeter is going to be 8 times 8 is 64. So we have 1/2. Remember, a fraction is just a fancy way of doing division. 1/2 the apothem times the perimeter. So we have an area of 144 square feet. It's $15 a square foot. So we're looking at, holy moly, $2,160. Any tax or anything? Nothing that I can see. Number 8, we are just moving along, aren't we? Number 8. So we're doing a scale. So we have a 1/2 to 2 feet. I'm going to label these so I know inches go on top, feet go on bottom. They gave me feet, so it goes on bottom. I'm looking for that. I'm going to cross multiply. Half of that is 12 equals 2x. X is 6. Keyword. I always look for those keywords. And I know the Pythagorean theorem. I'm going to look it up. I know the Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And we have a 16 by 21. And we want to know the diagonal. So we are looking for c. So I have a squared plus a squared plus b squared. Looking for c squared. 16 squared plus 21 squared equals 697. To undo a square, you take the square root. Second square root, second answer. We're looking at about 26.4. 26.4. We have just a minute and a half left. Property tax percent of increase. The percent of increase is difference. Difference means subtract over original, and the original is the very first number. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm just going to move on. Just make sure that you subtract the top, hit enter, then divide by the bottom. Co-op, we have 8% of the corporation would be 8% of 1,800. Once again, I'm just going to do a plug and chug right into my calculator. Maintenance fee, looks like she's been there all year long. So we have 1776 times 15%. And then I'm going to multiply that by 12. And then last but not least, we're going to use the formula on here. Go ahead and look it up, and it's a plug and chug. And I will see you at the next video.